Today we're making two Long Island iced teas, one with high-end alcohol, one with low-end alcohol. The taste profiles are slightly different and distinct, but similar at the same time.
And first time we're going to use Jose Cuervo Gold on the show. Welcome to Common Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Sherbert. That's Ian Andrews, and we're going to deconstruct the Long Island iced tea.
In a way, we're making a low-end variant and a high-end variant using the high-end products
That's
and low-end
the
products.
only way to deconstruct the Long Island iced tea. It's got 5 whites.
It is. It doesn't make any sense to deconstruct it like we normally do deconstructions.
Right. So this is just going to be fun.
So for the low end, we're using DeKruger Triple Sec, Jose Cuervo Especial Gold.
Never used it on the show ever in
don't want to use
8 years.
Gilby's vodka, which this is actually we filtered through a Brita at some point way back in the day, but we're using it. We got some Bacardi white rum, we got some Tanqueray gin, and we're using Coke and simple syrup.
That's what you get. This is called a well.
Along with lemon juice.
That's what you get at a bar if you just say you want a Long Island. This is what you get at no bar, unless you make it at home. We're going to use Ocean vodka, which is a Hawaiian vodka. Partida tequila, which is probably one of the highest end, or highest priced tequilas. It comes in near the top of our ranking, not the top. Obviously, you're going to use Hendrick's. Luxardo for our triple sec, triple them. 3-star for the rum. Plantation 3-star. Q Kola, because you want to stay natural, pure cane sugar, agave nectar as a sweetener.
Yes.
And gummy syrup.
As opposed to simple syrup.
That gummy syrup is actually called for in the IBA version, where I got this at iba-world.com.
So this is a really simple recipe. You're going to pour all your ingredients into a highball, add some ice, and stir it.
Let's do it!
Do it.
You want to cut my oranges? Oh, we got to have to squeeze both of them together.
Yeah, I'll cut your lemons. Why don't you start?
I didn't even get limes. I didn't even call it the wrong thing. It was all wrong.
Why don't you...
building glass, right?
Start building your cocktail. I'll add your lemon.
Should we build over ice?
So I'm going to add ice later because I don't know how much is how much.
How much is how much? All
I don't
of
know
it.
how much ice to put in there.
All of it how much?
All of it much.
Oh, Jesus. All of it. So ½ ounce or 1.5 CL for most of the whites. Oh, nice. Except for the lemons. The lemon's 3/4. I think it was like 2.5 or something like that.
It's good. Yeah, it's like it's gonna be 25 milliliters.
Yeah, and the fun part is remembering what you put in. So I'm gonna put mine off to the side, like in front of me. That is triple sec. We're gonna do.
So I really enjoyed the video you posted about that girl making the
Dude,
and stuff.
it got on. It was on Dig. Somebody sent it to me. I was like, "Did you see this?" Like everybody has seen that video.
She has a whole series of those. It's awesome.
And they're all bad.
They're all awful.
And everybody's like, "Dude, no, this one isn't the worst. You should see this other one."
Yeah.
Oops. Which one do you think is going to be better?
Because I made it with love.
Is it the love? That's what does it?
It's the love. Love's a code name for,
Semen?
Oh, yeah.
So you made it with semen.
I'm gonna.
Later.
There's gonna be a short intermission here.
Very short. It's going to be like 3 seconds.
Hey, no.
Uh-oh. Some Liber & Co.
Liber & Co.
Oh, look
Good
at
stuff.
this. Get some. Oh, this is going to be gummy.
Hopefully we get to see those guys again down at Tails this year. They were nice guys.
Sure, they'll be there. If they're not, then they
seem like they've gotten a lot of good press lately.
That's because there's this awesome guy on the interwebs. Oh, I put the syrup in last. I'm a dumbass. Oh, well, you're doing it. Oh, look at that. He's learning. He learns from me screaming out how stupid I am. Awesome. Awesome job.
Thanks.
Good deal.
Is this 2-to-1?
No.
Okay.
Do you want it to be?
Nope. It just seemed very,
Thick?
tick.
I know. I thought the same thing when you were pouring it, but I think it's because it's been in the refrigerator.
Cold, yeah. Fresh Tanqueray.
Freshly squeezed.
Freshly squeezed Tanqueray, yeah.
Yep. Oh, I got my ice, and I'm going to drop my cola on the top. Cola on top, yo. What? What do you need?
Well, you know, ice.
Do you think we need to garnish it, or you think it's a little overdone?
It says to garnish it, doesn't it? What's it garnish with? Lemon?
I don't like lemon. I'm just supposed to add a dash of cola to this.
It says an ounce, buddy.
Does it? It says a dash.
It says dash.
I had to go high octave on that.
Alright, well, these may have been the wrong glasses, I don't know.
No, but once the ice dilutes.
No, Coke, yeah.
Yeah, it's Coke. You could do that. Oh, I'm spilling it everywhere.
I'll use a high-end bar spoon.
That it looks tea-ish.
Mine?
I'm just saying in general.
Yeah. You want the tea look. If you don't get the tea look,
It's not quite right.
no. Does mine look like tea, or is it too like?
It's a little light, but I think the Q Kola is
Yeah, I
also
know,
light,
it's-
so there's only so much you're gonna do with that.
Right.
It's tea-ish.
Yeah, that's definitely lighter than that. Yeah. Oh, we also need straws.
Yeah.
Oh God, where are all my big straws? Yeah.
They're all gone.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You know what that means? Since I don't know where any of my glass straws are, there should be a whole pile of them in there. But I have kids.
Holy crap.
All right, here,
Lemon spiral. No, we're not gonna do that.
right here. Put your Coke right there. That'll be our signature
indicator.
marker of ghetto to non.
Yours may not be focused.
Hold on. Let's
Technical
do this.
difficulties.
We'll do this. Like that.
Yeah,
Sex. That's what bartenders do. They're like, I'm proud that I just busted out this Long Island. All right, Jose.
Oh, proud. So what are we going to start with first?
We're gonna start with the classic well.
Okay, I was going to say before our palate gets ruined?
No. No, you gotta start with well. This is a well, your rail alcohol. So what happens when you just order drink and they put everything in it? If you say I want a margarita, but I don't want it with, I don't want it with your well. I want it with something good. See that?
That's fancy. It only made a little mess.
Mm.
That's your standard Long Island iced tea. That's like sour mix and booze.
And then I get the
Tequila.
tequila comes right out. Rip it in your face.
Hey, you love
Tequila and citrus.
That's your favorite tequila, isn't it?
It kind of makes me feel wheezy. No, because you know why? You can
Made us
taste it.
cry when you wanted to use it on the show.
Bop, bop. Yeah. And it's
Yep, still
it's
awful.
lemony. All right, ready?
I can wash the tequila.
Try that then.
Do you notice the difference?
I can tell you one of the qualities that they have that's the same.
Oh.
All right, here, this is what we'll do for the tasting for the VSOP folks. Ready? This tastes like tequila, grain, and lemon.
It tastes like a really sugary drink with crappy alcohol. You know what? It is.
And that's what. So what about this one? What do you think?
It tastes. You get the better alcohols in there, and you get the Q Kola taste in there.
You get the Q. You get not as much lemon as you get in this one. You get the tequila like you. There's a little bit of there. Let's face it. They both have a punch.
Something that's really different is this is a London dry gin, and Hendrick's is not. So you're not getting any juniper
You won't
flavor
get the
in there
juniper?
that you're normally getting.
But you're getting. I don't even know what the. Maybe there's definitely a citrus body, and it's still the thing that these two share in common is the attack of alcohol. Both of them will hit you. Both of them will equally knock you on the floor. You're gonna get a headache first with this one, but you're probably gonna need 4 of them. This one, you're probably gonna need 5 or 6. They'll shut you off.
This
around
one,
the
this
time
one
you-
tastes more sweet, sickly sweet. This
Oh,
one
yeah,
tastes
yeah.
like a more balanced sweet,
That's true because this one also has high fructose corn syrup.
as well as simple syrup instead of gummy syrup.
That's true. This was gonna have a thicker, more mature consistency to it, which is what the IBA folks said to use is to use the gummy syrup or gum syrup, which is the
It's
gum
amazing
arabic
how
is
different they
thicker.
are.
And I would rather have this one, but I think I still. Oh, you don't like it on the edge?
It was about to fall over. It was teetering.
The thing that I would like better in both of these is more sour.
Yes, there's not enough sour.
And that is a recipe specific issue. This one, there you go. Because that didn't have enough lemon. Does it taste like tea?
Not so much.
This might be more like a Texas sweet tea.
Yeah.
This one tastes more like nothing like tea. It tastes like alcohol blended together.
Oh, that's more like tea.
Is it?
Maybe.
Jose still kills that thing. Like
It does.
I think it's the Jose that's doing that, but
Yeah, well, it's got that very distinct taste.
it definitely comes through with
It's a tequila taste, not an agave taste, which is different. If you know what I mean.
Right. And I have ordered this at the bar. It's been in those cases where I forgot to say, I'm like, oh, Long Island tea.
And
Thinking,
you forgot to tell them what you wanted.
if you're not at the right type of bar, if you're at a sports bar, you're going to be poured this. Now, doing some research,
Research.
ding, every now and then. Oh,
David's here.
It's high noon, high five noon. Oh, that was really wet.
I
Actually,
squeezed the lemon with my hand.
oh,
I was waiting for that.
Polished
You're
smell.
welcome.
This might
okay.
be. Wow. This might be different. That could be Beefeater. Those were the two I found. If you Google well alcohol, well tequila, well gin, rail gin, bar rail gin, anything like that, you're gonna find all the different things that bartenders have said. This might not be the plastic bottle Gilby's. It's probably not Brita filtered. It's gonna be Absolute,
Yeah,
Smirnoff,
Stoli,
Stoli. I think that was the one I was thinking of. Stoli.
Yeah, at a higher end bar, they
Sobieski.
might have like a kettle or something.
Tito's?
Depending on, yeah. Tito's.
The triple sec is almost always going to be,
Some syrupy version.
unless
of
you're at
this.
a craft cocktail bar, you're probably not going to see Luxardo. You're probably not going to see Salerno. If you ever see a bartender put Salerno in here, something's wrong, because that's you're spending $30+ for a Long Island iced tea with Salerno. You should just question and be like, no, I understand you're trying to make a good drink, but that's a little too good.
Yeah.
I want a BMW, not a Ferrari. So
Wow, this is the BMW of cocktails, apparently.
Well, if you're giving it away, I'll take a Ferrari over a BMW.
Right?
that's true. Yeah, if they're not charging me.
for it.
Yeah, if the price is the same, regardless, put whatever you want in it. It doesn't matter.
The sky is falling.
By the way, I forgot to mention Steven, or you don't even have to review. Steven Martiz?
Sure.
T-I-S-E? You don't even... Steven M,
Steven Martiz.
thank you for being a Patreon subscriber. Patreon.com/CMC. New Patreon subscriber as of this week.
Oh, nice.
That's right.
Welcome to the crowd.
What I do? I just entice people by... I don't actually know why he signed up, but it's all good.
Well, to pimp everything.
'Cause he
Not
likes
everything.
us.
We want to pimp the YouTube show.
Yes.
Follow us on Common Man Cocktails at YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Click. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers this year. That's
If
the
you
goal.
don't help share the show, I won't get to 100 subscribers by 2016. No,
100,000.
yeah, by
At the end of the
2016.
year, yeah.
100,000 subscribers by 2016. Otherwise,
Means you need about 31,000 more, something like that.
yeah. And right now, it's trending towards 2019. I want to curb that up by like 3 years. Is it
Yeah.
3?
Yeah.
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 Well, that was a good random guess. So help us share the show. Don't forget to subscribe.
Random math.
I think we're good.
We're good.
Right? I haven't done this in a week, so it's all kind of new.
It's weird doing it on Saturday. It's so light out.
That's what it is. I'm like not even awake yet. All right, we're done.
Do we want to talk about the history a little bit?
Oh, I wrote history.
You did.
The basic history is this. There's two people right now that are competing for who made this drink. Both of them are probably dead. 1920s version. There was a 1920s bartender who said they invented it. Then there was a 1970s bartender who said it was part of like I think a contest or whatever. It's like Rosebud or some. Isn't that like Citizen Kane?
Yes.
Yes.
There's a sled.
Yeah. So.
Spoiler.
Oh, you see Citizen Kane. So you can look at you take as you may. This is kind of similar to the Mai Tai, where there's a compete Trader Vic versus
Right.
Don Beach, and who created it first. It's probably people could still pour through documents to try and figure that out. This, I think, because of the disparity in times, 1920 and 1970.
Steven's in the chat room. FYI.
Oh yeah, right there. So
Thanks for producing.
personally, I think the history behind this is blurred by the fact that people don't even think about that. They're like, I just want something that's gonna knock me out right now.
And everybody assumes it's like all alcohol and well, it's a lot of alcohol, but it's 2.5 ounces of alcohol.
That's true.
And it's 1 3/4 ounces of non-alcohol.
So
lemon juice,
it looks intense.
Yeah,
So
so-
people are like, I want a big heavy drink.
Just because there's 5 alcohols doesn't mean it's 5 times the alcohol.
No, it's 1, 2, 2.5 ounces. You said that, right?
Welcome to the party, Derek.
So with 2.5 ounces, that's still less than a classic pre-prohibition cocktail.
And it's got 1
3.
3/4 ounces, so it's a little more than 2 to 1,
Yeah.
or a little less than 2 to 1 alcohol to non-alcohol. So it's not as strong as everybody thinks,
It's not that strong.
unless
but
you make it wrong.
But the difference being is when people make them and people order them, they just keep ordering them because they think, oh, this is a good time.
Well, there are bartenders who think a pint glass is 3 ounces, so.
Yes. The standard recipe is half ounces of everything.
Yeah.
At a bar, if they go
They most-
a half ounce and they drain this into the thing,
They're doing it wrong.
you're gonna get wrecked. So just be careful. Watch them
Really
pour.
cheap.
If they have the pour thingy, what do they call those, like fast pours?
Yeah,
I
fast
sell
pours.
this stuff, right?
You do.
If
You
they
should
have
know
a fast pour and they do this is what I usually do because I'm always curious.
count.
Is right when you see them, just go bubble 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an ounce. The first bubble is when the air comes through, so it
Yes.
goes boop. So you get 4 seconds for an ounce. So I just watch to see how many ounces they're actually putting in a drink. It's different when you're at a wedding versus when you're at a bar versus a sports bar.
You can play a drinking game with it.
Yeah, you can take 4 shots every time they pour an ounce. That would be a long time because it would be recursive.
That's 4 times. Well, woof.
Because the first one you can't do, but the second one you have to do for the first one.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway.
We're done. We're teaching you how to drink. You know, and there's no sugar crystals at the bottom, which is challenging to find because there's all these other herbs and spices in there. Then I take it off the heat once it clears, and let it sit for 10 minutes. Then I bottle it. You get yourself an allspice syrup. Very similar to an allspice drink.